The Gower Peninsula, where the sky leans into the sea, where green fields spill into golden sand, and children disappear, joyful, into nature's wild generosity. On a spring day, when the air carries the scent of salt and wild garlic, we set out together on one of those slow, lovely adventures that unfolds at its own pace. We begin at Park Mill, a tucked-away village where the water wheel still turns and a traditional cider press fills the air with sweet, earthy smell of crushed apples. The children run ahead, laughter skipping across the courtyard stones while I linger by the stream, watching ducklings dart between the reeds. It is the kind of place where the past still feels near, where the air seems to hold the weight of old stories. Beyond the mill, the path draws us into a meadow dusted with buttercups and bright yellow iris. Cows graze lazily under a wide, unbothered sky, their great gentle eyes following our progress, tails flicking flies without urgency. The walk itself is part of the joy. The land opens slowly, like the turning of a well-loved page. There is quiet pleasure in knowing that the path, with all its secret beauty, is only for those willing to walk it. And so the beach, when we reach it, is never crowded. Just the sea, the sand, and those who seek it with intention. We pass through woodland, where the trees seem to murmur among themselves. Their trunks lean in close, their leaves telling stories only the wind can understand. The ruins of Pennard Castle appear at the edge of the path, high on the cliffs, its silhouette etched against the sky, still watching after all these years. As we round the bend of the estuary, the views open up. Three Cliffs Bay lies ahead, a sweep of soft sand and rugged cliff that takes your breath away, no matter how many times you see it. Just before the bay, a line of stepping stones crosses the stream. We take them hand in hand, balancing carefully, the children's fingers tight around ours, their eyes wide with the thrill of it, each stone a small triumph. The beach stretches open like a storybook, a wild expanse of sand shaped by the wind, perfect for castles of both sand and imagination. The children run free, their hair lifted by the breeze, while we take a moment to breathe it all in. The tide leaves behind secret caves and quiet rock pools, each one an invitation to explore. And time slows. The children scramble over rocks, seeking treasure and hiding places. We unpack a picnic on the dunes and watch the sea inch forward. Sandcastles rise and fall, moats fill, kites dart across the sky. The afternoon drifts with bat and ball, beach cricket, the gentle thud of frisbees, and the glint of a crab claw in the shallows. Small joys, generously given.
Got it. Oh, I just missed him. He went into the bucket.
There is a wildness to Three Cliffs Bay, something honest and untamed, but also deeply calm, which is probably why we come back every year. It holds you. It certainly stays with you. We end the day on the sand, the sky a deep, endless blue, clouds soft and drifting. It is one of those rare moments when time loosens its grip. The world feels generous, and being here, simply together, is more than enough.
gentlemen he met in the street. He thought to himself, what lovely clothes they have got. I wish I could have some too. Now how can I get them? Luckily, he was seen by a very rich old lady who understood little elephants and knew at once that he was longing for a smart suit. She loved Mickey, so she gave him her purse. Thank you, madam, said Baba.
You did it again!
Tried to on my foot, look.
I got one in the You think I'm done?
Let me see. Pop him back in.
Is he dead?
No, you put him back in. You put him back in now.
Hallelujah. I'm going to be going over there, Mummy. I'm going to watch out. Whoosh. Yeesh. Kind of slippery, but yeah. I'm going in the house! I'm going in the
It's in these quiet, wonky, windswept moments that something settles, a kind of knowing that life isn't about the perfect days, but the ones lived fully, the ones that smell of seaweed and sun cream, that hold laughter, weather, sand in your socks, sand in the sandwiches, days where you feel utterly and deeply here. And as the holiday folds itself away, like damp towels and crumpled maps, you carry it all home with you, the softness, the slowness, that feeling that for a while the world simply was good, and that maybe, just maybe, it still is.